All right, hey guys, welcome to our first mastermind call for January. It is January 10th, and I'm excited to have you guys all on the call tonight and kick this year off strong. You guys are doing amazing. The beginning of the year so far, crushing it, helping a lot of people get started on their health and fitness with that all access pass, which is really cool. Like that is, I still can't believe what a great deal that is, guys. I mean, it's like sickening. Um, But so I wanted to talk tonight, and I have a couple of announcements. So number one, a lot of people were messaging me about, how they can stay in this group going forward. So I just want to let everybody know that the people who are able to help the 2 to 3 people get started on their health and fitness journey this month and hit just Success Club 5. So that's just 2 people. That's just 2 people. Come on, guys, we can do 2 freaking people. We can all help 2 people. 2 doesn't get any easier than that. Get started on their health and fitness journey and hit Success Club 5. We'll be able to stay in our February group. So we're in the best month of the year. We're in the most exciting time of the year because this is when everyone wants to get started on their health and fitness around these next couple months. So we should have no problem, all of us helping at least 2 people get started on their health and fitness journey. As long as we keep up with social media and, keep sharing our journey every single day. And then more importantly, behind the scenes, doing the behind the scenes, like that tedious stuff, we call it, right? The inviting and the following up and the adding to our network. We will have no problem helping 2 people get started on their journey. So that's the first thing I wanted to go over. The second thing that I wanted to go over was I wanted to relay this information so that way you guys can take it all back to your teams and tell them. But I had a Zoom call today with 5 other elite coaches in the network, and we are putting together our very first of the year Diamond Leader Dash, it's called. So I wanted to let all of you guys know about it. So here's the scoop, and I'm going to go in the team page about this too tomorrow because it's going to be too late tonight. I have too many calls. But basically, it is going to start on January 23rd, and it is going to be a 4-week Diamond Leader push. There's going to be a couple of requirements for being in the group. So first of all, a coach needs to be an active emerald. So they need to be an active emerald. And in order to be in this group, you need to hit Success Club 5 before that date or by that date, by January 23rd. So we spent a lot of time talking about this with the other leaders that I was talking to, and we're not doing a cash pot prize this time. Because what we've found from our experience in the past, because we've just run so many of them, what we have found is that whenever there is a cash pot prize, people are driven to get the money, and then they get the money, and then they drop their rank. And we don't want that. We want to develop, and it's not going to help any of you either on your teams. You might pop that initial diamond, but then you're going to have you're going to have a deck of cards as a team, and you don't want that. We want to build solid leaders on our teams that are building teams themselves. And so we're going to really see now who truly wants to build a business this year, who is dead serious about really taking this thing to a new level this year. And that's why we called it a Diamond Leader Dash, because just diamond in general is it's just the bare bones minimum. And a lot of times people put it up on this pedestal and they think that things are going to change drastically when they become a diamond coach, and the money's going to come rolling in. They're going to have this crazy big team. It's going to change their life. But it does if you keep going and you keep building. And so our goal is to develop leaders out of this group. So there is going to be no cash pot prize. Now, what I can tell you is that whoever, and you can do this for your personally sponsored coaches too, everybody's driven and motivated by something different, right? We're not all motivated by the same thing. Some of us need that income. Some of us could care less about that. At the end of the day, the coaches who are going to do it are going to do it, no matter whether there's something at the end of the line. And so we were talking about that today. And we were talking about how the six of us, when we were on the call, we said, we never had any prizes from anybody. We never had any money given to us. We never had any bonuses. We just did it because we wanted to do it, because it was important to us, and we were serious about building the business. And so those are the people that we're trying to attract into this Diamond Leader Dash. But what we are going to do is we're going to each be working with our personally sponsored coaches. Whoever chooses to sign up and go into this, for example, if whoever out of my personally sponsored coaches are that go into it, I am going to ask them straight up, what would be something that would be a good incentive for you? Would you rather have, some kind of wear and share at the end? Would you like something maybe from the performance line? Would you like a gift card from Amazon? What is it that's going to kind of help you stay a little bit motivated, on top of the real reason for why they want to do it? So if you want to do that too with your personally sponsored coaches, you can do that. But we definitely want to start the year off strong to really get that momentum going. And if we're a diamond and you lost your rank, anybody can be in it. So anybody can be in it. And I mean, I personally think, who the heck wouldn't want to be in a training with 6 elite coaches in the network? I would love to be in that kind of group. So we're hoping that is motivation enough for people to want to do it, who are serious about the business. So make sure that you guys share this with your coaches, especially your newer coaches. Really work closely with them, help them, get started, help them become Emerald coaches. And then we're going to start this push. It's going to be a 4-week Diamond Leader push. And then we're going to take it a step further, and we're going to go and do a team leader push, because that's where you really start to see things change for you, especially financial-wise. And I know pretty much everybody that I talk to on this team needs the income, either to, number one, they need it to go up because they want to cut back hours. They want to replace their full-time job. They're struggling with debt, whatever it is. So that is our plan. And I'm really excited about it, because the videos and the training they're literally top of the line. And this is our chance now to all of us grow our teams together and really go into this year with some crazy momentum that's going to bring us to Summit, right? So that's the goal. So does anybody have any questions about the Diamond Leader Dash that we're going to be doing? Anything that comes to your mind? Any questions about it? Nothing. Okay. That's good. You guys are good. Everyone falling asleep over there? I've had 3 coffees today. No energized yet, though. No energized yet, guys. I do wait till a little bit later to do that. I know it's a little crazy, but hey, you got to do what works, right? So I wanted to talk to you guys tonight. I wanted to start out. It's our brand new year. And it's not going to be all rah rah shish kumbah, call. But I just wanted to start out by telling you guys that you guys are all seriously so amazing. Just the fact that every single person who's on this call right now showed up, took the time at 9:45 at night, when you could be in bed, especially if you're working first thing in the morning or watching a show, you took the time to show up. And so that shows how serious you are about this business. And I want you guys to really commit to it this year, commit to making or letting 2017 really be the life-changing year for you, where you can look back and be like, holy crap. Remember where I was when I first started? I just can't even believe that in this 1 year, this all changed, because it can. You guys have heard so many success stories from people in this company. Lauren's ready to rock it. Yes, that's what I like to hear. This is what we like to hear. I mean, you've heard so many coaches, talk about how they came into last year, not even diamond. They end the year as elite. You know what I mean? 6 figures in 1 year, 6 figures in 2 years. We have a lot of people pushing to end their, not go back to their full-time jobs next year. Lots of exciting things happening, guys, and anything is possible as long as you just never leave phase 1, no matter what. I want to just start off with that piece of advice, because it's so easy to look around and, do all these different trainings and think that you need to create all these other trainings for your coaches. And, maybe I should do this and maybe I should take this course. No, what you need to do is the vital behaviors. So this is going to be a year for all of us where we are recommitted to what's going to build a business. And what's going to build your business is the tedious stuff that you probably don't want to do or the stuff that you've been not doing recently. or whatever. So we're going to go back to basics. And I'm going to be setting up a Zoom call to work on our vision boards too. So for people who don't live local, I'm going to be doing it one night, I think probably next week when we can fit that in there so we can work on that. But just having that vision for where you want to go this year, and then fighting for it tooth and nail, no matter what happens. Like this energy that you have right now and this commitment that you have and this enthusiasm, you're going to commit to keeping that and never losing it all year long. All right. So what I wanted to go over tonight is really taking advantage of like using your calendar that you have. So this could be any kind of calendar that you have, but I really think that we should focus a lot on planning out your weeks and planning out like your month accordingly so that it's not just so sporadic and all over the place. So one of the things that I've been doing recently now, which I think is working a lot better, is making sure to get on the phone with people, like talking to people either on the phone or a Zoom call about the business opportunity, at least 2 people every single week. So you can talk to people behind the scenes until, well, sometimes I do my energize at like 10 o'clock at night, Michelle. So what I have found is that you can literally talk to people like in private messages for weeks until you're blue in the face about this business opportunity and they've always got another question, or you can never seem to get them over that hump. But if you can get them on a call and you can actually talk to them and they can hear your voice and they can hear that excitement, or they can see you even better, you have a much more likely chance of actually getting that person to join the team versus just behind the scenes when you're chit-chatting to them. So if somebody, this should be a new thing now for you guys, and you can teach it to your teams. The goal is hopefully that when we do these mastermind groups, that you don't just kind of keep all this information to yourself and that you bring it back to your teams to try to help them, because this business is all about duplication. And you can't do it by yourself. You can't be an island. It doesn't matter how high your success club points are. You can never build this business to literally change your life and earn that residual income that you're hoping for unless you have a team. You can't do it alone. And so if you're talking to somebody and you're like, I just can't get this person over the hump, she's got question after question, just simply say to them, hey, listen, I could go on and on and on about this. Like, I have so many things to say. I mean, I could literally write 8 pages about it. Why don't we set up a call so that way you can ask me any questions that you have, and then I can help you that way. Are you free tonight? Or how about tomorrow? And set up a call with them and pencil it in. And you're going to want to, this is where you're going to want your calendar out, You're going to want to look at your calendar week by week. And it's going to be like your goal to have at least 2 people. I mean, that's minimum. At least 2 people on there every week that you're talking to about this business. So if there's even someone that you've been talking to in the past and they've kind of fallen off the radar, go back to them. And that's what I've been doing. And I follow up with them. Hey, listen, I know you were really interested in coaching. Listen, now's really the best time to do this. It's so much fun. It's so exciting. I know you have a ton of questions. Why don't we set up a call to talk tomorrow night so that I can answer anything that's been kind of making you have some reservations. I can give you some more information about it, because the coach blitzes are good. The sneak peeks are good. A webinar is good, but nothing is better than when you do a one-on-one call with somebody. So scheduling that in at least 2 people a week. Now, if you want to move faster and you want to build a bigger, faster team, obviously you're going to do more than that. It's kind of like when we recommend doing 3 to 5 invites a day. If you are looking to move faster, you don't do 3 to 5, you double it or triple it. So the same kind of thing. So at least 2. Another thing too is really penciling in your own calendar, like not just kind of counting on the calendar in your own team page that you have. I know like a lot of us do our own team pages and we have the calendar in there. Having out like your own calendar and looking at when the groups are starting, like seeing it laid out, like, all right, tonight is the coach blitz. This is when my next free group is going to be. This is going to be when our challenge group kicks off. And planning to kind of post on social media according to what's coming up versus just sporadically. Like, oh, today I feel like posting about the business. I think I'll do that. If you look at your calendar and you see that, oh, wait a minute, we have a coach blitz coming up, right? You're going to want to, for at least 3 to 5 days before that, throw in a post on social media that talks about the business. So that way people are hearing little bits about why you love this business, why you're a coach type of thing. That way you can keep an eye on people who like it, make a list from the people who like it. That's what I do. And then you can private message them. Thanks so much for showing my post some support. I really appreciate it. Little heart, smiley face. Were you looking to hear some more information about possibly becoming a coach on the team? And see what they say. Or we have a free coach blitz coming up. Were you looking to be added to it so that you could learn more about it? No strings attached. It's so much fun. Just simply ask the question. But you're going to want to plan your post around those blitzes, right? Same thing with like a challenge group. If we have a challenge group coming up, or the health bet when it just kicked off on Monday, talking about that, talking about the success again that you had, bringing it back to you and where you started when you first became a coach and your journey, or sharing somebody else's success that they've had, and sharing that so that people can see, like, whoa, look at these results. And it's not just her, it's other people. It's good though to still keep sharing your story. Even though it seems like, Jesus, I've shared this picture 100 times, I've said the story 100 times, you're adding to your network every day, and there's people who don't know your story. So really using the calendar in that way to help get yourself organized so you can plan your posts and everything can be more strategic, right? More organized, basically. Another thing too is setting up your one-on-one calls with your coaches. So even if you only have one coach, it doesn't matter. It is so important to do the one-on-one calls with them, because that is where you can really spend some time getting to know what their goals are. What are their goals in this business and how you can help them? What are some things that they're struggling with? Like, what are they looking to achieve this month that you can help them with? What's something that you can help them get over if they're struggling with something, and working with them, and then plugging that in your calendar to having that stuff plugged in. Now, if you don't have any coaches, and something new that I'm going to be starting to do too is, even with your challengers, I've heard some people say that they have been scheduling in 10-minute little slots of time throughout the week that they've opened up to their challengers. So this is a good chance now, guys, for you could even post it like in your challenge group, or you could personally private message all your challengers and say, hey, listen, I'm opening up my schedule this week, to make time to spend 10 minutes talking to my challengers. I want to make sure that you're happy with your shake, that you're seeing results, how I can help you. Would you like to schedule a 10-minute call with me? So this will give you a chance now to one-on-one. A Zoom is the best that you can do. Sit down and talk to your challengers, 10 minutes. And like, I'm going to end up doing this over the course of a whole week, just because, and most of us, we all work too. So you can't like sit down and dedicate a whole day to this, but you can block off a little bit chunks of time throughout the week. And this will give us a good chance to sit down and talk to them, find out how they're making out, find out what's working for them, what's not. And it also gives you a good chance to talk about the coaching opportunity now to them too, and bring that up. Like, hey, you've been doing an awesome job, with participation, you're seeing results, you love it. Have you ever thought about coaching on the team or becoming a coach, helping others reach their goals while you're working on your journey, right? So that's going to be something new that I'm going to be starting too. We've been talking with some of the other leaders on the wall. It's like this hidden group on the that you guys will get to once you become 5-star diamonds. And it seemed like a brilliant idea. So I wanted to share it with you guys, because they do say that the challengers go on to make the best coaches, right? Because they need to have that belief. So does that make sense, guys? Like, with how to use the calendar? And, I didn't really start doing this till like the past couple months, but it makes a huge difference when you actually have it all written out so that you can see it in front of you every single day, and then you can plan your post accordingly. Does anybody have any questions about the calendar or anything to do with that? But I want this year, guys, to be like an amazing year for you guys. And it literally all boils down to duplication and being able to duplicate it. So anything that you do, like, it could be the slightest thing that you do that you think just seems so common knowledge to you, share it with your team. Like, we have to spend a lot of time duplicating. That's where the struggle has been. So if we can do that, really spend a lot of time just focusing on what our coaches' goals are, what they're really hoping to achieve, like what can we really do to help them. Your goals and your plans for 2017, they more naturally happen. Yeah, of course you need to keep track of the calendar for certain dates, for things, for qualifications, for summit and recognition and leadership retreats and all of that. Obviously, you're going to not just let that, be all up in the air. You're going to keep an eye on that. But if you spend a lot of your time kind of just sharing every single little thing that's working for you, even like that simplest thing, like I was mentioning about how, make a list of everybody who likes your posts. I don't care if it's a post about Kirsten, or if it's a post about my dog, or if it's a post about a workout. I always keep a list of people and I work off of that list. So really telling our coaches that, giving them that tip. Little tips about adding to our network. Right? Just adding to our network every day. It's something that people really get away from. But eventually you blow through your warm market, and then there's you're left with, oh my gosh, I already talked to everybody. There's no one else. What am I supposed to do? So if we can teach our teams, especially our new coaches, on day one, make sure you're adding to your network and then show them how to do that, then they're going to have success. But we really want to try to duplicate what we're doing. So if you're a coach who's having incredible success, what are you doing? And ask yourself, okay, if your coach sat down, if your coaches sat down and did exactly what you were doing, would they have success in this business? And if yes, really look at what the things that you're doing and share as much of it as possible in your team pages. Go live in your team page and share it with them to show that excitement so that they know. Because I think that that's the problem, is that a lot of times coaches come on and they just don't really grasp that idea that they need to build a team. I really think that is the biggest struggle, where they come on and they're all excited and they see where you are, or they see where other people are, and they're like, but I hit all these high numbers, why isn't it happening? But it's because you can't be an island in this business. That's just commission stuff, and that all goes away. And so teaching them to be entrepreneurs, I'm going to spend a lot of time this year, guys, focusing on how to be an entrepreneur. What are things that entrepreneurs do, not just in Beachbody, but just entrepreneurs in general? What are things that entrepreneurs do, successful people do, who build businesses, and then teaching it to the people on the team, but getting them to understand that you need to build a team. Really talking up your coach blitzes if you run them, or your sneak peeks, whatever it is that you do, and making sure that they know that they need to add people to it, because people don't come to you at the beginning. You guys know, they don't come to you at the beginning and decide that they want to become a coach. It's extremely rare. So a lot of it is from you either plugging people into the coach blitzes, or the sneak peeks. When I first became a coach, I would add tons of people, the Liz's, when I wasn't running my own, and then just talking about it. And then more importantly, the best thing that you can do is prove to people that you are having success with this. By proving to people and showing people that this is working for you, over time, people will come to you. Because they're like, oh my God, holy crap, she stopped that job, or she cut that side job out, or, she just paid off, a loan, or she just used this money to put towards part of her house. I need that kind of stuff. It could be the smallest little thing, but if people see that it's working for you, then they're going to be more likely to want to, join the team. And if you're showing that it's fun, I think honestly, that's the biggest piece, is being enthusiastic about this and always showing how much fun it is and how much you love it. People are drawn to that. The new coach that I just got off the call with a couple of calls ago, had so many tonight, said that the reason why she wanted to become a coach was because her job is so depressing and so negative that she wants a source of inspiration, and she wants to be surrounded by positivity. She needs something positive, because so many things in her life right now are so negative that she wants this to be that one saving grace for her, where she's happy and she has fun doing it and that she loves it. She wants to earn an income too, but she wants to have fun doing it, and she wants to be a part of something that's positive, right, and upbeat. So I think always showing that piece and talking about that is really important. So what do you guys think? Questions going into the new year, suggestions, anything that's been working for you guys, share with me too, because I'm always learning, and I love hearing what's working for you guys, and trying it out and implementing it myself. Anybody have anything that they want to share? No.
I'll share something.
Oh, good. Thanks, Lauren.
Why not, right? Yeah. I took the plunge and quit challenge groups and made a challenge group community for whatever, I guess, Fit Life for Life.
Yep.
I suck at challenge groups, and I can't keep trying and failing them anymore. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this instead.
Yep.
And it's working great. Like, I love it so far. I really do. Awesome. I love it a lot. I just keep adding the people. I'm keeping it like people that are drinking Shakeology or doing a program. Can you guys hear my music?
No.
Okay. I have like a soft music in the background. I'm like, I wonder if we can hear that.
No, we can't.
But you know, I'm not just letting random people in there, and unless I'm like talking to them or like I'm in a conversation and they're like working towards goals, I might put them in there, and that way they'll kind of they'll see what other people are doing. The programs, drinking Shakeology,
yep.
Like they're all talking and like answering each other's questions. It's like super cool and interactive. Like I'm loving it right now.
That's awesome. So, that's a great idea. I've heard people do that too.
Yeah, I just had to like take the plunge and like just do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, so people just come in and they start their group, like they start their program whenever they're ready type of thing, right? And then they just stay in it, right?
Yeah, and then that way, like if they do fall off, like maybe they'll catch something in the group that like picks them back up, and they're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get back in. Yeah. Or that it's just like an ongoing thing. I don't have to keep trying to manage groups because it drives me.
I know, it's so ridiculous.
Crazy. So that's one less thing I have to worry about, one less group to check in, like perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's kind of like, you know, that's why I really liked this my challenge group on the tracker that I ran this time, because now that the all access challenge pack is out, I mean, that's what everybody wants. And so everybody has been, you know, kind of starting with a different program. So they're in that challenge group and they're all doing different programs. They did start obviously the same date just because the health bet just kicked off. But I feel like that's more of the direction of how my challenge groups are going to go too, now that they just released that, because it would just be too chaotic. Like you definitely want to have like a group to plug people into, but it's like, you know, if you got one or two people that have T25, you don't want to leave them out. There's all these different things. So I think that's a great idea. Now, this doesn't mean, guys, that you need to go out and do this. This is just a suggestion from Lauren. This is what
I've been doing this for 2 years now. Like
exactly.
It's taking time to figure out.
Right. You got to just do what works for you. And if you're a newer coach, you know, we have the templates in the Team Forever Strong page for the challenge group. So you can start out with your first one, even if you just have like 3 to 5 people. That's what I did. I was running like multiple ones with just 3 to 5 people, maybe 7 if I got to that much. And we have the templates in there. So you can literally take the template and just copy and paste it all into your challenge groups when you're ready for it. So you don't have to think or take the time to come up with posts for your first one. All that stuff can come later. You can tweak it and make it your own later as you grow. So yeah, that's a great idea. Thanks for sharing, Lauren.
I'll go.
Okay. Hey, Jesse.
I did this thing, Lauren, because I can't function with more than one, but that's just backing up your point. And your abs are sick, by the way, in this photo right here that just popped up. I'm like, good hot damn, Lauren. Anywho, yeah. I'm making progress. I've lost enough weight now that I can't insulate my body properly. So
yeah. That's a good sign.
It's a good sign. I'm so freaking cold. So I just wanted to say, we just had I just popped on to Kathy's new coach call before this because I have 2 people in it this month. Woohoo!
I know, it's awesome, Jesse.
Mm-hmm. Both of them were challengers. And in my one group I run, and it's a lot smaller because it's just my people, and I had the opportunity calls. I did those one-on-one on the phone, like Kathy was saying, and then they're getting started right. I'm doing a series of phone calls with them instead of emails, just until I can figure out the whole email thing. Like I don't have time to sit down and figure it out. So I just kind of plotted it on a piece of paper and said, okay, if I break this into a couple quick phone calls with them, incorporate that into the Coach Basics, and stressed how important it was that they actually do Coach Basics and that I would be on the call with them So if they had any questions, I would know what, Kathy was talking about with them, and both of them were on. And I've had people say, oh, I'm going to coach. And I followed up with them, and I can never even get them in the friggin' group. So
yep.
I'd say that's working. I'm just going to keep doing that.
Yep.
And I'm not going to do an automated anything until that no longer works for me.
Yep. Yep. It's all about, you just got to do what works for you guys. I mean, it's different for everybody. So, it's a lot of trial and error, and I mean, trying different things and seeing what works for you, what keeps you organized. Definitely don't be like a collector of information and sit around and, spend all your time getting organized and not taking any action. The most important thing that you can do is take action every day. And I don't want to keep you guys too long, but for those of you who hopped on later and missed the very beginning of the call, just so you can kind of relay the information to your team. So these mastermind groups for January are totally open to anybody on the team who's, dead serious about they want this to work. To move on to next month, just let your teams know that they need to help 2 to 3 people get started on their journey to hit Success Club 5 to stay in it for February. So there's that piece. And then the last piece, just really quickly, was that I mentioned at the beginning of the call that myself and 5 other elite coaches in the network are running a Diamond Leader Dash that's going to kick off this month, January 23rd. They need to be Emerald to be in it, and they need to hit Success Club 5 by that date in order to be plugged in. So just from trial and error, guys, we were all talking like on the call too. We wanted Success Club to be a requirement because the way we saw it as is, if they're hitting Success Club, that means they're doing the daily activities. And if they can help 2 people, then they can keep up with the activities to actually go on to build to Diamond and beyond. So that's the whole point of this group, is to be Diamond and beyond. It's really not going to be like a bunch of hardcore information. It's pretty much, it's basic, but it's good stuff that's going to get you there and get a solid foundation. And so that's why we had those 2 requirements, because we figured, if people are having a tough time, not helping 2 people, then they're probably going to really struggle becoming a diamond over the next 4 weeks. So that was that. So share that with your teams. Like I said, there's going to be no cash pop prize, but I'm going to be incentivizing my own personally sponsored coaches in whatever way is going to work for them. We want this to be, we're going to see who's serious about this, who wants to build a business, and we're going to go from there. So before I let you guys go, does anybody have any last minute thoughts? I know it's getting late. I know some of you guys head to bed around now. Nothing good to go? All right. Well, you guys are amazing, and I'm excited for 2017 for you guys. Did you need to say something, Lauren? Saw your hand go up. Oh. But yeah, I love you guys, and I can't wait to see how 2017 ends for you guys. And I'm going to be running right next to you guys the entire year. We're going to blow this thing up. It's going to be amazing. So thanks for being here again, and I will see you on Thursday night for a team call. All right, bye guys.